Thanks to the good old GWR, one can visit places of interest from Trowbridge very quickly. In this case, Bristol's L Shed, which houses the back collection for M Shed. M Shed has some pretty impressive stuff. This is a Bristol low-decker bus, famous in its time. Still on the transport theme, this flying flea was built by Harry Dolman, who at one time owned Bristol City Football Club. Well, now we're in L Shed, courtesy of our guide, Ed. This early GWR coachside might well probably did shuttle through Bath, if not up to Trowbridge. This invention kept single lines safe, and here the team are maintaining one of their two locomotives, which steam off down the new cut. This is tidal joining up the River Avon. Ashton Swing Bridge, a double-deck bridge connected to the main rail network, and now it's going to be used for the Metrobus project. Tobacco and sugar helped to build Bristol. This warehouse housed tobacco under bond. With the trade in commodities came printing. This famous old Columbian press still makes a good impression. Better than some of today's. Thank you, Ed. There's a contribution here from my former employer, Marden's, a historic lithographic stone. The origins of this process lie with stone from the Greek lithos, meaning a stone. Nowadays, flexible aluminium plates are used. They are wrapped around a cylinder for high-speed printing. I used to clock in on one of those. From one form of media to another, a film projector. You see why back collections are so fascinating. There are bits of Bristol's aircraft there. That's a Brabazon tyre. Meant to fly the Atlantic. It never did. And you can imagine that the city that sent Cabot to discover North America has loads of ship models. This typewriter is double keyboard. Look at the mathematical symbols on the right hand. Interchangeable keyboard. I wonder who used that. And here's a souvenir from the old original shot tower.
And that's the bucket of water that he collected it in.
Oh, yeah.
He melted the lead up there, passed it through a sieve,
yeah.
And as the drops solidified, they were perfect spheres. But they had to land in something soft, otherwise they'd distort, so they collected a bucket of water.
Came to him in a dream, apparently.
Some say that.
On the church.
Yes. I've also heard that, which I think is probably more likely, that he'd been up on the roof melting lead and a lot dripped down, and he went to collect it to recycle it,
yeah.
And it probably landed in soft grass or something, and he picked it up and thought, bloody hell, it's round. But as I say, he revolutionised the ammunitions industry.
And after all that, just a quick look at some of the exhibits outside. This unique steam crane could reach over into a ship. John King's last assignment was towing the SS Great Britain in, and you can take trips on her at weekends. Arnault fought fires in the Blitz, and that's the world's oldest steam tug. Mayflower. There were once 40 of these electric cranes here, built in Bath by Stothard and Pitt. This is the quick way in. And here's the best way home.
Over Christmas it was really busy, and I imagine over summer it'll be really fantastic, you know.
I can hear your voice, I wanted to see the face.
But yeah, it would be nice if they kept it.
I bet you do stills, do you? The ferry first takes us to the tramway centre. Well, it's now called the city centre.
Yeah, meal next to Fed.
It's a real treat for them, and it's a real treat for me. Here we really go. This is the outfall from Bristol's River Froome. And as we turn the corner, we're entering the River Avon. That's the MV Balmoral, at one time part of the White Funnel Fleet. St Mary Redcliffe Church comes into view as we approach Prince Street Bridge, which is undergoing very expensive restoration after well over 100 years of service. We originally embarked from this landing stage, of course. This was a bascule lifting bridge. That's the control room on the right there. Bristol Bridge lies ahead. The place by the bridge was how Bristol got its name. Brig Stow, or perhaps Brigstol. World War II flattened the area to the left. It got a pasting. Only the church still stands, left ruined as it was. This bridge at Finzel's Reach is for pedestrians and cyclists. It's just been named Castle Bridge. Just coming into sight is the new shot tower, Grade 2 listed, not used for making shot any longer. But just think of having your boardroom at the top. It is available. They're ducking for a Temple Bridge. No need to. And the outskirts of Templemead Station lie just before us. There's the landing stage, and of course it is just above water level, and as you'll see, getting up to rail level isn't necessarily that easy. Oh my god. Turns on a sixpence, so to speak. Brunel's trains originally came into here, now a car park. And then for us, home.